Here are a couple of examples of goods that have particular cross-price elasticities that people have found. The cross-price elasticity of Coke, so that's the thing we're measuring the quantity of, with respect to the price of Pepsi, is 0.61. So this tells us that when the price of Pepsi goes up by some amount, the demand for Coke will go up by 0.61 as much. So the price of Pepsi goes up 10%, demand for Coke is going to go up 0.61 times 10%, or 6.1%. Now, from that, we would know Coke and Pepsi are substitutes. Of course, you already knew that that was the case. Coke and Pepsi are very strong substitutes for one another. And so what you should learn from that is 0.61 is going to be about as high a cross-price elasticity as you're ever going to see. Because what goods do we have that are better substitutes for one another than Coke and Pepsi? Down here, we've got the cross-price elasticity of alcohol with respect to the price of heroin is minus 0.05. Is this the one that I made up? Nope, somebody actually did this study. Amazing, right? Okay, so this tells us the cross-price elasticity is minus 0.05. This says as the price of heroin goes up some amount, demand for alcohol goes down 0.05 as much. Okay, so price of heroin goes up 10%, demand for alcohol goes down 0.05 of 10%, which is 0.5%. So now we've seen, one, there's not a real strong relationship between alcohol and heroin, which probably you shouldn't be that surprised by. Have you been strongly affected by the price of heroin changing in the past? Me neither. So it's maybe not surprising that it's a very small cross-price elasticity. But it also tells us something maybe interesting, which is that these are complements. It's not a strong relationship, but a negative cross-price elasticity tells us that alcohol and heroin are complements. But again, that relationship's not very strong, and that's what I'm emphasizing on the second slide here. 0.61 is a big number. These are strong substitutes. Minus 0.05 is a small number. Alcohol and heroin must be weak complements. Now, there's not a particular dividing line between weak and strong. I like to think of it as about maybe 0.2. Anything bigger than 0.2 is a fairly big relationship, fairly substantial relationship. Smaller than that is a pretty weak, pretty small relationship.